What's up, guys? Jack here, and I've not really made a video like this that's talking about Forza Motorsport more in general. I've made videos about a couple issues I've had, but I've not really gone down and given what I honestly think about this Forza Motorsport. I have played Forza Motorsports ever since Forza Motorsport 3, and in Forza Motorsport 3 and 4, it felt like there was passion in that game. It felt like the people who made that game cared. But Forza Motorsport is a stinking pile of re-skinned, soulless disappointment. And I don't know how much longer I'm going to even continue to give it a chance. This Forza Motorsport doesn't even really bring anything new to the table other than a slightly updated physics engine and some tire choices. Again, Forza after Forza, ever since Forza Motorsport 4, we have had less content than the previous game. They take out features that don't need to be removed, features that we like. And I want to ask if you guys remember this.
We are an endangered species, you and I. We, lovers of speed. We, devotees of power, performance, and noise. Go away, we are told, and take your carbon fibre and your fire-spitting V12s with you. There's hardly a place for us out here anymore, where the ratio of miles to the gallon is championed over horsepower to the weight. And yet, there is hope. There is a safe haven, a place where we are free to challenge conventions, push the laws of physics, and drive our powerful, our beautiful machines hard. And it's right there in your living room.
Chills. That gave me chills. Hearing that voice we all resonate with. When they had Jeremy Clarkson come into the game with Auto Vista, it felt like they cared. This trailer felt honest, it felt real, I responded to it, but that is lacking in the game that we currently have. Auto Vista was not an important part of the game. It didn't affect really anything. But it was just a nice feature added for you, for me, for us. And it is something that we don't see anymore. Car clubs. That was one of my favorite features, sharing cars, sharing tunes, because it still mattered. The auction house, gone. Why? Replaced with this nonsensical upgrade system where it takes 4 hours to find out if you even really want to use a car. It's just not the same. A lot of the little things, like I'll just give you one example. The Orica 07, the exhaust comes out of the tow hooks. The Acura DPI in this game is the same car. Same exhaust positioning. They managed to get the exhaust right on one, but not the other. One of the Trans Am cars, the rear wing disappears if you drive more than 15 feet away. It's just these little things that just don't work. And it doesn't feel like they care. So that's, again, really frustrating. And another thing that we can talk about is there's just a lack of tracks, which makes no sense to me because none of these tracks have been rescanned. They are absolutely full of baloney. If you believe that they rescanned these tracks, the Nürburgring is the exact same track that they had in the game since Forza Motorsport 5, and that's even been confirmed because the people working on the track were just updating the graphics of it. They haven't changed the track. And when we do have tracks, we are missing almost like 100 layouts. We could honestly add in, for example, Catalonia School, Homestead Mini, Indy GP, Daytona Motorcycle, and NASCAR layouts, Le Mans Bugatti, Le Mans Bolzon, Lime Rock West, Maple Valley Full Reverse, Road America Full Alt, Suzuka West, Suzuka Full Alt, Watkins Glen Full, Watkins Glen Short Alt, Nürburgring Short Endurance Chicane, Nürburgring Long Endurance Chicane. For the Grand Prix track, Mid-Ohio Oval. Why not? Give us that fun little track. Yeah, there's no pit lane, but it's still fun. Top Gear didn't have a pit lane. Mid-Ohio with the chicane, and Yas Marina has 300 more layouts. We could go on and on about all of these things that the game no longer has and no longer feels for us. It just feels hollow. And as a major motorsport fan, something that really affects me in the way I see this game is I want to see modern race cars in this game. In Forza GT, there is not one car on that list that is driving today. Every single car in that Forza GT hopper does not currently race. Every single prototype in this game does not race, but two. The Oreca 07 and the Cadillac GTP cover car, which no other cars from that class exist in this game. They exist in a lot of other games, but not this one. I'm not too sure why. I don't really believe it's a licensing agreement, as Le Mans Ultimate has them, iRacing has them, and Gran Turismo has them. We have one car from the game that has an IMSA partnership. And most of the cars we have from this IMSA partnership are from 2018. Yeah, they put 2021 on the Cadillac DPI. The car was made in 2017. The car has been the exact same since 2018. So you can change the number on it, but it's still the same car they probably scanned in 2018, which was probably supposed to be a DLC for Forza 7 when Forza 7 was or Forza Motorsport 7 was, they had employees at Petit Le Mans, which I saw, and they were sponsoring half the cars on the grid. Oh, those cars that were on the grid, they're the ones that are currently in the game. The Mercedes AMG, it's not the same Mercedes that races now. That car been replaced 3 years ago. So with all of the cars in Forza GT, there is nothing that currently races. Nothing that's resonating with me to motorsport. Nothing that's tying me to motorsport. This is called Forza Motorsport. What is tying me to the motorsport aspects of this game? Let's go into private races. They have never gotten timed races right. The race does not end the second the timer does. That's not how racing works. You get a last lap and then you finish in an endurance race. But Forza, for some reason, likes to make it pretty stupid. This is just and something. Anyone with motorsport knowledge could just say, no, that's incorrect, don't do that. The fact that we have bugs and glitches, we can't do proper multi-class racing, we can't do proper private races because none of this stuff works. We can't set grids. We have to finagle the absolute daylights out of this. If we want to set a grid, we have to do a one-lap race on Road America, make sure everyone has a 5-second gap, hope no one lags out, no one can get a dirty lap, just to get a grid order for a race. That is ridiculous. We shouldn't need to be doing all of this convoluted stuff just to get a finished product. How many years did they have to work on this? And how many years did they actually work on this? Because it's just passionless, soulless, and I'm about done with it. I'm tired of dealing with the glitches. My love for motorsport will find me another game. I've played Le Mans Ultimate on controller over this multiple times. It is incredibly difficult to do that because I don't own a wheel. I just don't want to have to own one right now. The way with my work schedule and stuff, I don't want to have to get into doing that. I like being able to play on controller, sit down and relax. I don't have to do the whole thing. Would I like to one day? Absolutely. But unfortunately, if I do it right now, I'm never going to get off of it. So that passion that I used to have for Forza Motorsport 3 and Forza Motorsport 4 is gone. The iconic race cars that were in that game. I think the old classic race cars in Forza Motorsport 3 and Forza Motorsport 4, that car list was significantly better than what we have now. The McLaren and the Porsche GT1 cars of the 90s, iconic cars. Why are those gone? We only have the road-going version, so now we're limited on what we can choose for racing. if Forza took that multiplayer seriously. We could have rotating schedules of fun things like, oh, let's just have a Daytona day. Let's have the 1990s GT1 cars balanced. Then the next, after an hour, okay, now it's GT, like they did that one day with Daytona during the race weekend. That was good. They haven't done anything like that since. They haven't done anything at all. And this drip feed content is ridiculous. And one thing almost made me return, and I wish I would have actually done it at this point, return my pre-order when I found out they removed cars that were announced in the game a year before launch. The Cadillac DPI, Orica, and the Acura were all announced a year that they were in the game a year before launch. Those cars were removed from the base game and added back as new to Forza DLC. They wanted to increase the numbers for the marketing side of the game. I'm sorry, this is a game. This isn't, instead of trying so hard to market the game, how about you put all of that money into making the game good? Do you know what good advertising is? Word of mouth. If you make a good product, people are gonna play it. How much advertising did PUBG do? Not a lot. How much advertising did Fortnite do? Not a lot. So when you just blow these giant marketing budgets that Forza had, instead of actually investing it into people who work on these games and give them their time and resources to actually do something with it, people who are passionate. If you keep dumping them to the curb on these stupid contracts, Microsoft, you're not going to have that passion behind it because no one has time to be passionate. There's time crunch because they have to make some new trees on the Nürburgring because you didn't want to have to do anything else. You're Microsoft. Get it together. Make a game people want to play. Stop trying to convince us it's great. Just make it great. Because that's what Forza Motorsport 3 and 4 were, even with their own issues back in the day. It was still great. But thank you guys for listening to my rant. Honestly, I just kind of wanted to yell about this game since day one. So thank you guys for watching all the way through. Leave a like and subscribe, but I've got some Monday night ovals and we'll try to not have a glitch. But I'll see you guys then.